So run me down this collection. Give me a little.
This is an AK-102. Okay. So it's a 12.5-inch barrel chambered in 5.56. This is the Putnik right here. It's a very Russian beefy doctrine of how they like to do things. And it looks obnoxious, but I'll tell you what, man, this thing is real quiet and real soft to shoot.
It looks so aggressive and intimidating, but that thing shoots like butter, I bet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. These are the alphas is what people are calling these. Usually come in like 104s, 105s, 102s. And that's just different calibers. These got really popularized when Larry Vickers started doing videos on these. He took a trip over to Russia and just saw a bunch of FSB guys running these all kitted out. So these were actually done up. The furniture company is actually called Zenitco. This actually is a return to zero dust counter right here. So these are really important. I can actually mount an optic on this. I can access all my parts that I need to. And this thing's actually going to hold zero when I lock it back in place.
Nice. How heavy is that thing?
She ain't bad. Get in there. You can go ahead and shoulder. She's free and clear.
It looks heavier.
It looks heavier, but actually it's very natural point of aim. You notice you can flip it off safe. You got a little ledge right there. You never have to break grip. On off safe with that. Yep. Push up. Push down.
I love how rugged they are.
Yep.
With them out like this.
So that has a lot of the standard upgrades that we recommend for a lot of AKs. So that is actually a Krebs extended safety. That's a Krebs extended charging, extended mag release. And that's actually our extended charging handle.
How much is that one?
Right about that 4K mark. This has all those nice upgrades, which we do these to our production rifles with Krebs goodies, you know, the extended mag release, safety selector. This is our charging handle right here.
What about this one?
So
this
these are
clean looking too.
So these are actually, this is a fun history story together. Okay. Basically, so this is the AK-12. So this is the newest project out of Kalash Concern over in Russia. So a lot of their FSB guys, their tier 1 operators, went to Kalash Concern and they're like, hey, we want something like this for that new production rifle you guys are going to put out. And Kalash Concern said, no problem, we got you. And they told them to eat a bag of dicks. And they came out with this, the AK-12. So this is like their new battle rifle. This is like their new upgrade for the AK platform. Gave their guys an ability to mount optics and lights and stuff in no meaningful way. These are plastic handguards. I wouldn't necessarily rely on these so much for return to zero in any way. It actually has...
You can feel it move. That's one of the great things about them is they're so heavily sprung on the safeties.
Yep.
They're a nightmare.
This is actually one of the biggest collector fanboy guns. If you like Call of Duty, this is a big fanboy gun.
Cut that part.
This thing was a failure because Kalash Concern, their guys basically said, we want this. This is what they gave them in exchange. So like your gas tube is actually welded on. Underneath these handguards, I can take this gas tube off, I can service this rifle. This gas tube is welded on. If you had to remove this thing in like a stressful situation, you need to take this gun apart and service it, good fucking luck.
Yeah, okay, it didn't happen.
Not super user friendly. This is an all original AK-12 receiver. This came in torch cut. And this has actually been welded back together. So this is the original receiver. You can't get that stateside unless you have somebody that's a mad scientist with a weld.
Wow.
You can't throw an AR stock on that thing. It is actually, the tube size is just a bit different. If you actually hit this button, it is a side folder. Okay. So it does break down, it does get a little bit more compact. Super soft shooting guns, I'll say that much. Like, it is pleasant to shoot. It's chambered in 5.45. The muzzle brake is actually one of the best developments that came out of this entire project.
How much is something like this?
That rifle you're holding right there is currently up on our site for 10 grand.
10 grand?
10 grand.
What?
Damn! This is coming with, you have Bulgarian, a Holy Trinity, so bolt carrier right there, which is already hard enough to source. Then you have the original re-welded receiver. That's all the money right there as well. Like just the kit, just the components without the Holy Trinity to operate this gun, it's gonna cost you about 3 grand. Just for like the furniture, the pot links, that's not including a barrel, that's not including a receiver, trigger, any of that jazz. So just the bare bones part kit is about 3K.
Damn.
They're getting rid of the AK-12 program, so these are actually gonna be even more desirable.
This is a PPSH 41. They were chambered in 7.62 by 25. Different caliber. They're very stiff guns. So it actually slides in. This is your mag release right here.
Not a lot of gunsmiths or builders in the country that really take these things in and actually weld these all back together to cohesive functioning firearms. You can find a lot of people that are putting up Gucci shit, and you can find a lot of kind of cool builds and stuff, but when it comes to like real fabrication on these guns that have just been completely destroyed and then someone puts them back together, you're going to this dude's page.
Wow. So this is an OG gun. This is like World War what?
This would be World War II. This is 1944 kit.
1944.
So, yep, this was originally built in 1944.
So you buy these already like destroyed because they don't exist anymore.
They are completely chopped up. To be brought into the United States, they have to be torched into 4 major chunks. So they are, originally it was cut through here, here, and here. And they're torch cut, so that means a 1/4 inch material has to be removed, blown apart, out of it, and it has to be torched with a cutting torch. We then have to recreate that 1/4 inch of lost material at each welding site. Wow. So there are 4 places I had to recreate welds to be able to put that thing back together and keep it straight.
That's the only way they let you ship it, I guess, over here. That's the only way
Yeah, so when it
bring
comes
it over here?
Yeah, it comes in a pile of parts.
So this is actually already started getting work done.
Yeah,
right here.
so they are completely chopped to shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is how blown up and torched they are.
Basically, the ATF never accounted that somebody would take the time and the patience to actually go through the trouble to weld these back together. So they're like, torch them, no problem. Here you go. You want the parts? Whatever, they're garbage. Well, luckily somebody had enough unbridled autism that said, I'm gonna put these back together.
That is sick.
This is all stamped steel. It's stamped and then welded a little bit right here, riveted right there, done. Very angry 9mm basically. Yeah,
And they have a crazy cyclic rate.
Yeah.
These things are screaming fast.
These are what are called select
Fast,
fire.
really?
Yeah, it's actually a select fire gun, which means it actually could do semi-auto or full auto. There's a little selector switch down here at the bottom, and you could do full auto or semi-auto.
Gotta remember, this is 1940s technology.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah. It's still we're still working on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
Still
You guys being in battle with that? Hold on.
Yeah, well, that was one of the problems I had with the drums.
Yeah.
Was that if you got a drum and it didn't
I
work.
still don't even have it seated all
Yeah,
the
no,
time.
it's,
There you go.
Is it?
Okay. You were saying this thing's like for like the tanks, like when guys are.
So this is
like,
tanker and airman crews. This is a Czechoslovakian gun.
VZ61 shoots 32 ACP.
Tiny little bullet, comes out screaming fast.
Yeah, dude, this thing was awesome.
And
We'll show
the
B-roll of
controls on
one.
this is actually very AR-like, actually. So they are kind of AR-like in their design, or at least their operation. Yeah, these were tanker and airman crew guns. This kind of became like the SMG for like KGB. Very compact, very easy to conceal that. You shot it. It's extremely concealable. It's extremely controllable. It suppresses really well. The mag is empty before the first case hits the ground.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fast.
They're pretty affordable, actually. We do make these. We do get a lot of requests for these. You can get an American-made receiver. We do these as re-welds too for originals, but you can get an American-made receiver. I mean, you'd be into one of these kits for
About $1,000.
about $1,000.
$1,000?
Done.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
AK guys were just like, oh, you got a clapped out garbage wagon? Fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
They were happy to see you no matter what. You show up with like a tool kit right here. That's about a $2,500 rifle. They're gonna love to see that. Or
This is still $2,500?
Yeah, because it's a Russian manufacturer.
That's a Russian gun.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay, see, that's why I don't know any manufacturer. I don't know anything yet, guys. This is why I'm learning all this shit.
This is from the Tula factory in Russia, which is one of their oldest arms factories, and you can tell that little star right there. That star designates the Tula factory.
1961. Look at that.
You show up with this, they're happy to see that. But you show up with a bare bones Wasser 1063 that's been clapped out, they're still happy to see that too. It was just, the AK match community is a really welcoming and inviting place to play. This has a $2,500 price tag because this is all original Russian parts. They maintain their value and they go up in value. And just as you can tell by the mags alone, like these cost them nothing to produce. They're hard for us to get here stateside, so these are desirable. They go up in value big time.
Zeniko style stuff. Mine is Barbaros. Slightly different gas block. I ran it so I threaded the barrel so I could run 1/2 inch 28. So I could put on any, because this is also chambered in 5.56. So I could put on any style AR brake on there or suppressor.
Okay.
So I did mine more as a guaranteed suppressor host.
Okay.
Slightly different back end, but they're basically almost twins of the same style rifle.
This one feels good too. And again, not that heavy. It looks way heavier than it is.
The weight on that actually is one of those nice things too. It's not unbearable, it's very comfortable,
Yeah.
but it also absorbs a lot of recoil too.
This one.
Not that these things are punchy to begin with either.
Oh, I just love that sound. Ooh.
You really want to feel that, actually hold the trigger back so you actually feel your reset. That's how you run that gun, so you can feel how close you are on that wall, on that reset. So go ahead, try it. Now you see how fast those follow-up shots get shot. So
Yeah, it
one
almost
thing
wants
I
to kick you
particularly
back,
find-
so you'll go, and it's like almost like kicking me back. Feels clean.
This is one thing that I find, and I know people disagree with me on this, but I find that AKs want to go fast. You got to really kind of work to get your ARs, like you got to train to get your AR moving fast. And it works better for some people than others. I find AKs though, they're really easy to get those things up and cooking.
We gotta compare these.
So triggers are gonna feel different.
Oh yeah.
His is actually a post sample. So this is actually a machine gun. So his will feel different than mine.
It's nice.
A little bit clunkier though.
Yeah.
Feel that.
And you got that nice curvy trigger. This kind of hugs your finger too. Which is different.
Yeah. Well, his is actually a post-sampled machine gun. That's actually a machine gun.
That's an
This
original
is semi.
trigger, yeah.
Different worlds.
Yep.
You're gonna have a slightly different trigger feel to it because he's got more stuff moving around in there than the.
Yeah, I have all the naughty parts in that
Oh,
thing. So
yeah.
it has to, mechanically, it has to overcome more things.
So that's why the triggers will feel different. Is because his is a machine gun, mine is semi.
That's soft.
Yep.
Yeah, this is our production rifle. So this is our 5.56 gun. This is our 514S.
Nice.
It's a 14.5 pin and weld, chambered in 5.56.
So put the suppressor right on there, right?
Yep.
Put it right on.
Yep, comes suppressor ready.
How much is this bad boy?
This one, in the configuration you see it in right now, is about $2,800.
Yeah, it's made to look all beat to hell. This gun's actually about 2 to 3 years old. This is a copy of a Romanian aimer. They look at the front end of this gun, it's gonna look really familiar to them. It looks like a Draco.
Yeah.
Guess where the Draco came from?
That gun.
Right here. But the back end of this one right here with this stock is a very rare stock. The aimers only came with 2 stocks. One was this, and one was the wire folder. Wire folder is a little bit easier to find because those came a lot more guns. This one is the hard one to find. So yeah, it folds right over.
Simple.
So it'll fold right over for you. Finding a real one of those stocks is pretty much impossible. So it took me about 2.5 years to finally locate one of those stocks, and I paid through the nose for it, but I needed it to make the look of the gun. That is the goofy look of that gun, is to have that goofy stock on it. What does an aimer look like and feel like and shoot like? There you go.
Boom.
Basically source our guns so that they can have video or audio of particular gun. Say you're building a video game and you want, when your videos, you wanted to have an option for them to shoot, you wanted an aimer. Well, guys who shoot video games want to have the correct sound. Where are you gonna get the correct sound but shooting a real gun? It was nice looking when we started. We had to make it look like shit. Yeah, we had to make it look rough, but yeah, it's part of the game.
This right here is actually a chambered in 7.62 by 54R. That is a 12.5 inch barrel Thunderfuck.
Which is just like, it's basically their version of a 308.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Russian.
It's also the longest cartridge ever to be serviced in any world.
Yep.
Look how big that magazine is.
So yeah, so this
look
is your
at the difference.
5.56. This is 7.62 by 54R. This is also what the PKM shoots, which is one of the greatest light machine guns of all time.
Damn, that's crazy.
So yeah, 12.5 inch package, 54R Vepr.
So this ain't boom, no? Or it's still pretty.
She's pretty rough.
Yeah.
She's spicy meatball.
Yeah, spicy meatball, eh?
This is actually a Yugoslavian RPK-ish. So it started out as those big guys back there where they had
Yeah, so-
22-inch long barrel guns.
Yeah, so they would be that long.
Oh, wow, okay. That's the same gun.
Yep, same guy. Well, basically that's Romanian.
That's
this
Romanian,
is
that's
the
a
Yugoslavian.
Yugo.
That's how long they're supposed to be.
No, they chopped off a good
But
chunk.
yeah,
Yeah, so we basically made a para out of it. We also stubbied the legs.
Yeah.
so we actually cut the barrel down to 16 inches.
Okay.
And then cut the bipod legs down so they would be shorties as well. And basically put up a shorty RPK. Just as something different. I mean, you know, everyone's got the big RPKs with the 22-inch long barrels. Now there's a 16-inch one.
This one looks funky.
Yep, this is one of our early prototype, our production guns called OSC-13. Optic and suppressor ready gun. One of the first ones that was able to have, you know, you could run a suppressor, your optics, everything in a platform ready to go. This is actually one of our originals.
And these are highly desirable, highly collectible. And this is one of the fun things in the AK community is that even the mags are very collectible.
This is dope.
Yep.
And wood, look at that.
Yep.
Or Bakelite, right?
Yep.
It's big, like, looks like wood.
Yep. It's the
like it
first
withstand
like,
the heat
industrial
and beat
polymer. And these are very
Cheap to
desirable
produce.
mags. Yeah.
Cheap production thing.
How much would you guess that actually sells for stateside?
85 bucks.
It's going to cost you about an easy $100. So this is for all the husbands out there watching. The fact of the matter is that these are actually really, most of the stuff that comes with your original AKs are actually really good investment pieces. I've never bought and built an AK or components that have gone down in value. These are actually something that can sit in your portfolio so you can tell your wife that.
Really? If you guys want to see more, follow at M13 Industries. Is your IG, right? Website?
M13industries.com.
You can find me over at Burl Dirt Builds on Instagram.
Perfect, guys. Thanks for watching. That was Guns in Life. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one. Appreciate you. Thank you for watching Guns in Life. This channel is sponsored to you by Modern Wellness Clinic. Please visit modernwellnessclinic.com and schedule your telehealth visit. We are Legit Script certified in all 50 states, so you can schedule your online doctor's appointment and we'll ship the medications directly to your door. TRT, GLP-1, and much, much more. Stay fit, stay ready, and stay healthy, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Also, comment below and let me know other videos you guys are interested in seeing. Thank you.